Okay, so let's look at question number 3. What is oxidation? So when you have an oxidation reaction, this is when there is a loss of electrons for your atom. It's also when you have an oxidation number, then an oxidation reaction. And the oxidation number of the element or the compound will increase. So the opposite of an oxidation reaction is a reduction reaction. And as you can guess, this is when you have gain of electrons. And its oxidation number will decrease. So there's different ways people try to remember which one loses electrons and which one gains electrons. So one of them is by using oil rig. So this means like oxidation is losing electrons. Reduction is gaining another one that people use is like Leogur. Doesn't really make as much sense as oil rig, but it's just another way. So this is like losing electrons is oxidation. Gaining electrons is reduction. So whichever one helps you. I think I used oil rig when I was a student. I'll just also write down like an example of an oxidation reaction. So let's say you have lead solid plus like chlorine gives so this is an example of an oxidation reaction. If we base it on the lead, it starts off with an oxidation number of 0. The chlorine has a -1 oxidation number. When it is in a compound with the chlorine, its oxidation number is +2. And that's because each chlorine has a -1 charge. So you can see that the electrons were lost. And this is an example of an oxidation reaction. If I wanted to write out a reduction reaction, let's say I had silver chloride. So when you have a reduction reaction, your electrons are the reactants. So that shows that there is a gain of electrons. So let's look at the oxidation numbers after I balance. We can look at the oxidation number of the silver. It started off, let me just balance this. It started off with a +1 oxidation number since it's bonded with a chlorine, and since the compound is neutral, shows that it has a +1 oxidation number. When it gains the electrons, the oxidation number decreases to 0. This chlorine gas. And that's an example of a reduction reaction. So in this case, the silver got reduced and the chlorine got oxidized. Let's see the answer from our junior tutor. An oxidation reaction is the half reaction that involves the loss of electrons. We say half reaction because oxidation always occurs with reduction. Another way to frame this is that oxidation occurs to a species when there is an increase in its oxidation state or oxidation. For example, given the net reaction below, they have copper solid plus silver 2 plus makes copper 2 plus silver solid. We can split the reaction into its half reactions. This would be copper solid makes copper 2 plus 2 electrons, or silver 2 plus 2 electrons makes silver solid. We can say the copper undergoes oxidation or is oxidized because the species lost 2 electrons and that its oxidation number increased from 0 to +2. This solution is correct. I'll add the oil rig and Leo girthing just to help out. Okay, so this solution was correct.